we are going to be looking at Diwali, some amazing dishes and traditions, and marking Sustainability Week as well when it comes to food, with one place that is, brand new on the scene and one ingredient that you want to be trying and make your life a little bit easier at home. So if you fancy winning all of the ingredients in front of me, head over to our YouTube and I'll tell you exactly what you should be commenting to win it all. And don't forget, you get exclusive content on YouTube too. But for those of you who are listening, we are heading over for the headlines. And then we are going to be getting into this fantastic dish. So happy you're here. So, Hina, I'm so happy to have you with us today because I'm a huge fan of your company. Yes. I've enjoyed, we're in pie season, right?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
My pleasure.
And I have been following you on social media and you're, on and off giving us a shout. It really helps for a business like us.
Well, honestly, it's my pleasure because I always feel like, good people do well. And I'm really happy that you're here to share a bit of your passion. We're going to talk about the business soon, but for those people who are watching right now, this is just for you guys. We're going to have a look at some of these beautiful ingredients in front of us. So we're making a jack-o'-lantern pie, is that right?
So we are making our bestseller of the season, a pumpkin pie. So we'll start with the pie crust. We'll whip up some pie crust, and then we'll go to the custard filling of pumpkin.
Right. So would you mind just talking us through what we've got in front of us here, Hina?
Yes. So these are the pumpkins we are using for the pumpkin pie.
They're quite small. They're little babies.
But these are good for the pumpkin pie. So you should get a small honey pumpkins for the these ones.
Filling?
Yeah, this is the perfect pie.
Wow.
Pumpkins.
Okay.
So we just cut it in half and roast it in the oven, and then we use it. We already have the puree here.
I love a bit of here's what I prepared earlier.
Yes. So we'll be using one thing different about our pumpkin pie. We use cream cheese.
Oh.
Yes. So it gives it's a tangy, rich flavor. So there is cream cheese here. Then we have heavy cream, then sugar, salt, and vanilla extract.
This looks like a spice mix as well.
This is our special pumpkin pie spice mix.
Can I have a smell?
For sure.
Let me see if I can guess what's in it.
Okay.
This will be good for a laugh. Definitely some cinnamon.
Yes, for sure.
Some nutmeg.
Well done.
And then I'm done.
Little bit of no nutmeg. There is pumpkin,
mixed spice,
cinnamon, a little bit of clove, and ginger powder.
It smells like autumn and coziness.
Yes, it makes what our pumpkin pie is.
Oh, I'm excited. Yes. Okay, so we've got everything we need to make our crust as well. So we've got, what flour is this?
This is all-purpose flour. Okay. Then we are using some unsalted butter, and there is shortening.
What is shortening? It's like fat.
It's the fat, and we use very little amount in our pie crust because all butter pie crust has, the crust gets soft over the time.
Right.
So it just gives a little bit crispiness.
There's that nice mix of texture of the crisp of the crust.
So we use a very little amount, like 80% is of the fat would be butter, and only 20% would be shortening.
We're coming back on the radio, and then we're going to have a little recap. And I want to get cooking. So I've washed my hands. I am ready for action, but I am a terrible cook. So can I help you a little bit today?
Yes,
Maybe.
Why not?
She's not sure.
I will test it.
Maybe.
I will test you.
Okay. We're coming back on the radio. Great to have you watching on YouTube. And don't forget, if you comment in the section your favorite Halloween treat, you could be winning all of these ingredients. Helen Farmer with you, and joining me from FirstCrust, we've got Hina. We are making a pumpkin pie, and my goodness, I've just had a smell of the FirstCrust spice mix, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So we're bringing together some really autumnal flavors.
Yes.
And for those of you who just watch on YouTube, we were talking about some of the ingredients. Let's have a very quick recap because we've got everything we need to make our crust. So unsalted butter, we've got the shortening, we've got the all-purpose flour, and then the real star of the show is the filling.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about why these honey pumpkins make such a good filling for the pie we're making today, Hina.
So whenever you are picking pumpkin for the pumpkin pie, always pick the small ones, the honey pumpkins. They roast really well, and it has a sweetness. But there is one thing you need to test, because when you are using a fresh fruit, you need to test if it's too sweet, then adjust the sugar. But this is a very good pumpkin, which I got from some Spinneys.
Good. I'm glad. Speaking of which, you could be winning everything that we're using today. I've got a hamper full of ingredients. I've even snuck in some extra things as well. Some Halloween treats for the kids, some cookies that we're going to be decorating later, and some of these gorgeous decorative pumpkins as well. So if you fancy winning all of these ingredients, you can make your own jack-o'-lantern pumpkin pie at home. Just head to our YouTube channel, or indeed on 4001, and tell us your favourite Halloween treat. Okay. Don't tell anyone, but there's a table over there covered in sweets. So if I've got a slight sugar high situation going on, it's because I was eating some candies. What's your favourite thing? If you went trick or treating, what would you be really happy to find in there?
I have a sweet tooth.
Good.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
Anything.
apple crumble pie.
Oh.
Any time of the day, and a chocolate cake, of course.
For me, I've just been eating some now, some kind of fruit sherbets. And I love the minis, like the mini Twix, mini Mars bar, mini Milky Way. So what is it for you? What's your favourite Halloween or autumn treat? Get that in on 4001 on the app or the WhatsApp, and of course in the comment section too. And you could be winning a huge hamper of ingredients from Spinneys. So what are we starting with? How am I going to be useful to you today, Helen?
We are starting with the pie crust. We need, this is just a basic pie crust. So we need all-purpose flour, some butter, unsalted butter, because we are adding salt in addition to it. Very small amount of shortening, sugar and water. So it's very basic.
Are we going to be doing it in the stand mixer or by hand? Okay.
We can do by hand also, but
Listen,
I think
why didn't I technology?
This is much better.
Perfect. That's actually the same ones I have at home. I got that for our wedding present. I've used it about 5 times. But it looks really pretty on the counter. So all-purpose flour going in there. And how much is that, Hina?
This is 3 cups of all-purpose flour.
And then we've got our butter and our shortening that's going in too. So how long have you had FirstCrust? What's the origin story of your pie company?
It's been 7 years to be precise, because it's a homegrown business. It's entire by luck that, it's just a coincidence that, because 15 years back, if you'd be telling me that, you'll be doing this, I would knock it off. No, because
I'm glad you're here.
I always loved baking. But starting a food business was not something I thought about, because I'm a software developer turned marketeer, and I've been working in the corporate sector. So it all started with my extended maternity leave. So I was home with my baby, and he was a terrible sleeper. So you know what it does with first-time moms. So I just wanted something to keep my mind off. So I just started used to, watching these shows and try the recipes. So I started trying the pies. And this is something I fell in love with, because the pie crust is one thing which, you can define a good pie. And I love pastry. And pie crust was relatively easier.
Let me feel your hands. Have you got cold? She does. She's got cold hands, which means you're going to be good at making pastry. I've got hot hands, which means I'm going to be melting butter and all sorts.
It's very important not to overwork it and not to apply too much.
You were made to do this, Anna. You were made to do it. So it's one thing.
I'm a little rusty in the kitchen now, because I'm more into business side. But I have a lovely team who looks after the kitchen.
Well, I'm glad you're dusting off the skills for us today. So in our mixer, we've got the dry ingredients for the crust, right?
Yes. So this is all-purpose flour, sugar, and salt. We'll just give it a slow whisk.
So what was it like then? Because it's one thing to go, okay, I love baking. It's another thing to say, I'm going to put this into the world.
Yes, because my husband is also a co-founder of this, and a very persistent one.
Good.
So basically, he encouraged me that, this is something. We did a pilot from our home kitchen. And the response was so good that, the business graduate inside me, knew that this is something.
You are onto something good.
Because there is, at that time, the desserts and the bakeries were doing everything, cupcakes, cakes, all kind of desserts. But no one was doing pies. So this is now you will find pecan pie on every menu. But
I'm not mad about it, but you guys were the pioneers. Yeah, you can have
so
that one.
At that time, there was nothing like that. So I thought that, okay, this is something we can, and the response we got was really very good.
I want to hear more about the story. We're going to bring in the man responsible for the amazing pumpkins that we're using today. Joining me on Farmer's Kitchen, we've got Hina from FirstCrust. Neil Gibson is here, who is the fresh produce man at Spinneys. This is like a bounty. It's like a harvest festival. We're just going to get Neil mic'd up. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, my goodness, we've got decorative gourds, we've got corn, we've got a pumpkin that is ginormous, and we've obviously got the small honey pumpkins that we're cooking with today. So if you go into any Spinneys right now, it is absolutely chock full of delights for the eyes and, I would say, the tummies. And if you are watching on YouTube, you will see that Neil is wearing a rather fetching pumpkin hat to match my witches. But happy Halloween, Neil.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, great to be here.
I'm so glad you're here because we've actually got quite a lot to unpack. Now, Hina just talking about how she's using these honey pumpkins and roasting them to make the filling for our pie today. But there are pumpkins I didn't know existed. This is like a fairy tale situation. Can you talk us through what you've brought and where they're from in the world?
Okay, so this is our biggest range ever for Halloween. We brought them from all over the world, mainly 3 countries: the UK, Spain, and the USA. So the collection of assorted squash, which are these ones here, these are all edible.
So if you're listening, by the way, rather than watching, we have got, this kind of lovely deep orange colour. We've got a bright white. Is that a squash or a pumpkin? Here's the technical question. What's the difference between a squash and a pumpkin?
Part of the same family.
Okay,
so they're all squashes. So this is it's a Crown Prince squash, which is grey, blue in colour. If you chop it open, it's actually bright orange inside. Okay. And this is Jamie Oliver's favourite pumpkin. So
this exact one.
This exact one. So they actually eat really well, and they will last, not forever, but that pumpkin will last until April.
No.
And you can still cook with it.
No.
So it's incredible. Their shelf life is amazing, so I'll still managers love them.
Oh, I love that.
So we'll continue to sell these post
you should. So this is the kind of the big range. Just remind me what that's called. Do you say that's
a Crown Prince squash?
Prince.
My other favourite squash is the Turk's turban or French turban, which is the one that has the double. It's almost like wearing a hat. It's a double layered pumpkin. Now this one is not quite as good to eat, but it looks fantastic.
It looks really cool.
So it's bright orange. It's got maybe 3 or 4 different colours going on, but that's very, very highly edible.
And where in the world are they from?
These are grown in the UK.
Are they really?
So we actually, last year we had these and we sold out of Turk's turban really fast. So we asked the grower to grow more Turk's turban for us. So
and he's like, all these people in Dubai are really into this very specific pumpkin.
We're really demanding it. So that was a big change this year. Now, in terms of the ornamental gourds, that's the little quirky ones, which some of them don't have an awful lot of flesh on them. Mm-hmm. So they're very much ornamental.
And I would say if you are having people over for a meal, it's the kind of thing you would kind of tablescape with, or exactly. If you are, I was about to say, I don't want to hold back our cook from making her crust. So Hina's just put the butter and I think some shortening into the mixer there. So that is all coming together. Now, don't forget, guys, you can be winning everything you need to make your very own jack-o'-lantern pie. So reach out on 4001 on the ARN Play app, WhatsApp as well, and of course in our YouTube comments. And tell us your favourite Halloween treat. Now, Neil, you are, of course, here at Spinneys HQ, above the Spinneys supermarket.
That's right.
Dangerous, in a word. I've already gone down and raided some shelves for some children's candy that my children are never going to see. What's your favourite Halloween treat? Have you got a sweet tooth?
So yeah, pretty bad actually. So all the little kind of gummy bear type things, we eat those in the afternoon. Whenever we have some sort of major spreadsheet to work through, we hit those pretty hard.
The fuel.
So I think that's one of our favourites.
There is one pumpkin we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. This is the main event.
How much does this weigh?
So these extra large, or actually the XXL pumpkins, we believe they're the biggest ones in Dubai available. Now we took quite a risk shipping these over because they've come all the way from Spain and they go right around the Cape. So they've taken quite a while to get here. But they've actually arrived, the majority of them arrived in really good condition, which is amazing.
They look picture perfect. Yeah. Is it form over function? Do they taste as good as they look?
So these are pretty hollow inside.
Are they? That's great then for our decoration.
There's not an awful lot of flesh inside them, but they still weigh maybe between 5 and 10 kilo. I brought this up in the lift by myself, and I was struggling a little bit. I have to say, I was getting on the gym to sort that one out. But these are great for carving. More decorative, but the other trend this year is people are buying these flat ones. We've got some Cinderella ones, and we've got some fairy tale ones. So we've got a big white one, which is pretty flat. So making sort of almost like a display outside your front door.
The aesthetic.
With a few different pumpkins.
Have your Instagram moment.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you? What's your favourite before I let you get back to store? Are you going to go back in your hat?
So I will do for a little bit, yeah. The Crown Prince, I think, has that's the most practical.
Okay.
It's actually very nice to eat. But my favourite one is the Crown Prince. I think that's so cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much. Neil Gibson speaking with from Spinneys. We are going to be catching up with Caroline from Spinneys too for all of the kid-friendly cookies and making a haunted cookie castle as well. Helen Farmer with you, Hina from FirstCrust teaching us how to make a pumpkin pie this afternoon. Don't forget, you can listen, of course, here on Dubai I 103.8, but head over to the YouTube to see what's happening in our Spinneys HQ, and you could be winning all of these fantastic ingredients too. For those of you listening, we'll catch up on the other side of this. So let's have a little look and we'll see what we are mixing today. So Hina, how's our crust going?
Yes. So we are just mixing butter and shortening. So basically, idea is to just cut the butter into the flour.
Okay.
And so I took 3/4 cup of water, just enough to bring the butter together. So it's very important. Do not overmix it because pie crust has to light and flaky and not hard. So this is something which makes the whole difference.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting in your way, Hina. So what's
Yes.
next?
So we'll just take it out on.
Tell me what you need. I will be your sous chef.
Yeah, the baking paper.
Baking paper. Is this one okay?
No, I think. Yeah, I think it's there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, you go grab that. So here's the thing about baking. It is a science, more so than when you're cooking.
For sure.
It's alchemy. It's exacting as well. And I know you were saying before, depending on the sweetness of the flesh of the pumpkin, you can kind of moderate a little bit. But
Yes.
I think for so many people, their first experience of cooking is baking. Like for me, it was baking with my grandmother, and it's like such a fond memory. What about you? Was baking a big thing in your family growing up, or how did you get your introduction to it?
It was quite an acquired hobby. I love watching food shows, as I mentioned. So I used to follow this. I follow these chefs like Martha Stewart, Anna Olsen. So, and then I just and used to try things. So this is something which and my mom is a great cook.
Oh, really?
And yes, but she was not into baking too much, but whatever she cooks, she's the best cook.
Oh.
So
but how's her pumpkin pie?
And whenever you have, in your house, you have such, inspiration in terms of cooking. So you get the, hang of
Get
it.
the bug.
Yeah.
So just tipped out. Are we done with this? I'll take this out of your way so we can
Yes.
see what's happening. We've just tipped out our pie crust mixture onto a floured surface. And this is for 1 pie, 2 pies. How many would this make, do you think?
This will make 2 pies.
Okay. That's good. I'll take
we'll
one home.
just cut in half.
As I said, it is pie season. This is your bestseller. We're coming up to Thanksgiving, of course, and Halloween, of course. Tell us a little bit about the menu. How kind of seasonal is it for you?
So yes, October, November, December are one of the busiest months for us. Halloween is big, but nothing compares to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
And what's on the menu for Thanksgiving?
It's like pumpkin pie.
Pecan pie?
Nothing compares to it. Pumpkin pie, pecan pie, then we have classic apple. Owl apple crumble is one of the best sellers. So these top, pumpkin, pecan, and apple crumble, they do really well in these months.
And in terms of the business model, people are ordering mostly through Instagram. How do people contact you?
It is an online business. We have really worked on our ordering platform. Anyone can place an order at FirstCrust.com, and they can select their delivery date, delivery time. We deliver all over UAE.
Wow.
Yes. So,
and what kind of turnaround time? If you've got a pie craving, how much notice would we need to give you?
2 hours in Dubai
Wow.
and 1 day for other Emirates.
That's incredible.
So, yes, and plus we make sure that the pies are baked fresh the same day, and all the pies are most of the time we are just baking to order. So you will get the freshest product at your doorstep any day of your craving hits.
I'm going to head over while you're wrapping that. I'm going to quickly head over and see what's happening on our YouTube comments and indeed on 4001 because, as I said, you can comment and tell us your favorite Halloween sweet treat. That could be winning you an amazing hamper full of ingredients, full of everything you need to actually make exactly what Hina's doing today. We've had mini pumpkin cheesecakes, candy corn. We've also had burnt cheesecake, says Randy. So do get in touch, reach out, and you could be winning everything. I mean, we can't give you Hina's skills, but we can give you the ingredients. We're coming back on the radio. Great to have so many of us tuning in on the YouTube channel too. We're going to be talking about these cookies next. Helen Farmer with you in conversation and in the kitchen with Hina from FirstCrust. We are making, I say we, she is making, I'm standing here like a pumpkin, an amazing pumpkin pie. A jack-o'-lantern pie, in fact. We're going to have a bit of decoration later on the pie, or we're going to keep it pretty simple?
No, we'll do the decoration.
We will?
later on,
Okay,
yes.
fantastic. 4001 to join the conversation. Let me know where you're going this weekend, what you're eating, and most importantly, your favourite Halloween treat. We've had some candy corn shout-outs. We've had pumpkin cheesecakes, burnt cheesecakes. Tell me that, and you can be winning a hamper full of ingredients, and we will get it to you before Halloween, because in there, we have got pumpkins, we've got chocolate. We're going to put in some really fun stuff for the kids as well, and some decorative gourds, as we were just hearing from Neil Gibson from Spinneys. So for a quick recap for those of you who are listening rather than watching, our crust mixture has been made.
Yes.
And it's split it into two.
So we're done with the crust. We'll wrap it in cling film. So every pastry needs a resting time. So we'll just put this dough in fridge for half an hour. And meanwhile, we have dough to work with.
I love a little, here's what we prepared earlier. So downstairs in Spinneys, and in fact in all Spinneys stores, it is a Halloween wonderland of candy, of fresh produce. And we've got Caroline Cole with us today, who is the woman responsible for bringing in a lot of these incredible treats. And as I said, we've stolen away some. I'm going to put them in the hamper. I think Hina and I might be having a little cookie decorating competition as well. How are you, Caroline? I am good. Are you? You've brought not only a basket full of things, but it looks like you brought me some snacks as well.
I mean, you have to have baked goods while you're baking as well.
What have you? Is this from the cafe?
This is from the cafe. So you know our legendary Spinneys honey cake?
Yes.
We brought out a limited edition version for Halloween. It's a pumpkin spice honey cake.
Oh my goodness! Let me show the camera. Okay, I'm going to bring it. Where are we going to
With our
bring
nice
it?
Halloween colours.
Here.
black and orange.
So if you are watching on YouTube, it does look like the honey cake apart from the colours. So what's in here?
So this is our typical honey cake made with a sour cream icing, but we've also put some pumpkin spice flavors into it. So it's got cinnamon, ginger, and lots of extra honey as well.
Oh, I'm gonna grab a spoon so we can have a little taste of that. While I'm doing that, can you talk us through the drinks as well? That looks pretty fantastic.
Surprise, surprise! For the season, we also brought out a limited edition pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, okay. This is where I tell you that I don't drink coffee, and then I have a sip, and the whole show just goes wild. Hina, would you like a taste of this honey cake? It looks really, really gorgeous. You take that one.
It's full of autumnal flavors, so all of the spices of the season.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Not only that, while I'm having a nibble, Caroline, why don't you tell us what's in the basket?
So not only have we got the adult treats with the cake and the pumpkin spice latte, but we've got lots for kids this season. So we've got our Halloween cookie kit. So our seasonal cookie kit that you see come out all throughout the year is back with the Halloween theme.
And so the cookies are made. We're making it even easier.
We make it very easy for you to have some fun.
Literally decoration. We've got some very cute ghosts on there. Some pumpkins and some spiderwebs and a little bat. I've got a bat phobia, but that's actually a very cute one.
So it comes with the cookies and the icing. So it's a very quick and easy Halloween activity to do at home with the kids.
Fantastic.
Not only that, have we got this year a special edition, which is our spooky Halloween house.
Oh, I love it.
House kit.
Oh my goodness, it says sweet and spooky. Guys, keep the messages coming in because we're going to sneak these into our hamper ingredients so you can have a proper Halloween celebration. No tricks, just treats. Okay, here's something I need to confess. Like many people, I grew up watching American movies and they talked all the time about kettle corn, and I never knew what kettle corn is, and you've got a bag of it. Is it just popcorn?
It's basically just sweetened popcorn.
Okay, this is Melissa's Witch's Cauldron kettle corn. Brilliantly puffed up popcorn, but colourful too.
Coloured for the season. So we've got everything you need for trick-or-treaters. So if you're expecting them to call to your house next Thursday, Halloween night, We've got all sorts of goodies. We've got all your kind of nostalgic, retro Halloween goodies. We've got Reese's pumpkins.
Oh my goodness, Reese's peanut butter pumpkins, and they're those are really cute, and individually wrapped as well, just for that. Now, I have never seen these before. Werther's Originals with a caramel apple filling.
So I told you we've got all the retro treats, but with the new season flavors. So very
Okay, definitely give those a try. And they actually just brought these downstairs. This is like my nostalgia childhood.
Exactly.
Refresher bars, drumstick lollies, proper trick-or-treating fun.
Perfect for your trick-or-treat basket at your door.
Now, we're baking today, and you've got a gluten-free pumpkin spice cupcake mix.
So if you feel like doing some more activities at home with the kids, this is a pumpkin spice. Again, we're all pumpkin spice this season.
Can I try the latte?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's cold?
It's an
Iced latte.
But we do have the hot version as well at the cafes.
Are you a coffee drinker, Hina?
Yes.
Would you want to have a little sample of this? Yeah,
For sure.
Okay, let's give it a go. Do we stir it up? Now, for those people who are watching, can obviously see it's kind of ombre, it's layered.
Yes.
Do you recommend a little swizzle?
I recommend giving a little stir. So you've got your pumpkin spice syrup at the bottom, you've got some fresh milk, and then our Spinneys coffee as well.
Like I say, I've had coffee about 4 times in my life, so I mean the wheels could come off this afternoon. Okay, I'm just warning you.
So it should be nice and cinnamon spice.
It's really good. Yeah.
Is it?
The pumpkin spice is really coming out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me, I'm a grown-up. Right, I'm going to go with anything could happen. So we're going to steal this from Caroline, and we are going to put that in our ingredients list so you can be having some fun over the Halloween week, and we will get it out to the winner as soon as possible, certainly before Halloween. I'm going back for more pumpkin spice latte. What?
That's a good sign.
Oh my goodness, you've converted me. Oh my goodness, that is actually really delicious. And we want some winners. So what's your favourite Halloween treat?
My favorite Halloween treat? Oh, I'm all about the crisps.
Are you?
Yeah, so give me Monster Munch. I think that's
Oh my goodness, I love it. Caroline, thank you so much. I'm actually going to keep one of the cookies. I think Helen and I are going to be having a little competition on YouTube to see who's a better decorator. I mean, I would imagine probably the professional baker rather than me, but you never know.
Let's see.
You never know. Thank you so much, Caroline.
Let's do a final shout out as well
Yes.
for a Halloween event that we have this weekend.
Oh, where and when?
So in Spinneys Leanne, 10 o'clock tomorrow, we've got Magic Phil coming down to do a spooky magic show.
He is the hardest working man in Dubai.
Non-stop.
I think he might have a clone. It's the only explanation. There's got to be at least like triplets of Magic Phil. So 10 a.m. Leanne store. What's happening?
Magic Phil is going to do a spooky magic show for a crowd, so all are welcome. It's a complimentary event, and then we're also going to be doing some pumpkin painting.
Oh,
so
I
lots
love
of fun
that.
for the kids, yeah.
10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Leanne store. I'm guessing all the details is on Instagram. Free event. Come on down.
Free event and lots of prizes, and best dress will win some hampers as well. So come in your costume.
Oh, I've got a costume. In fact, I think I might ask Jen to put it on our Instagram because, listen, I don't want to annoy any children, but I think I would win. Caroline, absolute superstar. Thank you so much. We are here, Farmer's Kitchen. I'm Helen, farmer in the kitchen at Spinneys HQ with Hina from FirstCrust. The crust, I think we've just put our oven on, but we have got
I just put oven on for preheating.
Yep.
And then meanwhile, we will just roll out our pie crust.
Fantastic. So if you are listening, hop on over to our YouTube channel. You can see exactly what we are making today and how to make it, and also some of the gorgeous ingredients you could be winning by telling me on 4001 or in the comments your favourite Halloween treat. Get that over. We'd love to treat you and send you to the weekend as a winner. So we're going to head over to the latest headlines, but if you want to watch what's happening, get to the Dubai I103.8 YouTube channel and tell us in the comments your favourite Halloween treat. Right, see you on the other side of the headlines, guys. Hina's with us here on YouTube. What are we doing now?
Take the space. Okay, so we are just rolling out the pumpkin crust. So you can store the freshly baked pumpkin crust for 4 or 5 days in the fridge, in a chiller, and in freezer for up to a month.
Oh, wow.
So yes, it's a good make ahead thing.
Super organised.
And I also recommend that while rolling the crust, you do it on a butter paper so that it doesn't stick to any surface. So
Do you know what? I'm going to move my snacks out of your way while I have another. This was yours, I think.
yes.
Yeah? Okay, I don't want to stealing your coffee. You will have earned a slice of cake and a coffee after teaching us how to make that pie.
So we'll just roll the crust and
That is the
always
fanciest
inside
rolling
out.
pin I've ever seen.
Yes, this is heavy, and
Can I
this works
try?
really well with the
Oh my
rolling.
goodness. I think that's like about the same as my first child's weighs.
Yes.
Can I have a go?
But it's for sure. So inside out.
So inside and push
then
it
out.
out. I can't even roll it.
You can support it with your.
Okay, I'm handing it back to the expert.
So yes.
And how thin are we going to get this crust?
So around 1.8, 1 by 8 inch.
Okay.
And then you have to see what you are baking in. So we are baking in a glass dish, and which is about 9 inch. So we need pie crust to be rolled around 13, 12 inches to be fair, because we need edges to crimp also.
Got you. Messages coming in on 4001 and on our YouTube comments. Gino saying mint licorice is his favourite Halloween treat. We've also had photos coming in too of decorated cookies. So thank you to Julie. We've got cola flavoured gummies, mini pumpkin cheesecakes, and mini pretzels dipped in chocolate. Feels like you found your people with us today. Everyone's got a sweet tooth. I love it.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
Yes.
What do you,
actually
what do you fancy?
It is quite problematic, to be honest, because I feel like even if I have lunch at work, I feel like I need something sweet afterwards. Otherwise, my meal is not complete.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yes, totally. You do not need to explain this to me, because I have this big time.
So
I can skip the food, but I can have
it's a different
dessert
stomach.
anytime.
It's a completely different stomach.
Yes.
So I always like to have a little bit of ice cream in the freezer. My desk drawers sometimes
So ice cream.
overflow.
Is this what
Ice
you
cream
love?
at home, and then sweets in my desk drawer. So yeah. So Hina, I'm just going to move your hair this way, just because of our microphones. Make sure everyone can hear you properly. So we're rolling out this pastry, and this is just for one pie, right? Can I ask you about the butter? We can see the butter. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem, because this pockets of butter, it will make sure that you have flakiness in the pie.
Okay.
So it's not a problem at all.
Perfect.
So yeah.
In
In fact, you should not mix too much that butter disappears. So
really?
some amount of butter is always good.
Tell me about the initial tasting process when you started trying it with people. You have a son, is that right?
I had 3 sons.
You've got 3 sons?
Yes, 9, 7, and 2.
Oh my gosh, are they pie addicts? Do they love it, or are they not that bothered?
Pie is not our traditional food. As a Pakistani food, it's not
Whereas
there.
it's more the British. We love a pie.
But my kids now love the pumpkin
Do
pie.
they?
And they love my job more than me. Far more than, because they tell everyone at school, my mom bakes cakes.
But do you know what's interesting about that is, and I think about kind of being a working mum quite a lot, I think it is really helpful for kids when their mum does something tangible that they can understand.
Yes,
like if you said,
and
mummy's a software developer,
exactly.
Kids don't understand. Like that's an abstract
So this is
concept.
the
I wouldn't.
simplest-
I don't know what that is.
That's so right. That's
Whereas
so right.
what does mummy do? Bakes pies.
It
and
is much easier for them to to explain to their friends, their teachers.
Hey,
so
that's
they tell
a good
everyone.
point. The teachers must love you. Yes, very popular.
They do take these tweets on and off.
We've got messages coming in about candy corn. Hi to Isabella, who's watching today as well. Gino's here. I love our Farmer's Kitchen gang. We've got some lovely regular listeners and viewers. So always feels like a cozy afternoon together. Don't forget, we've got lots coming up on the radio all the way through the afternoon too. So we've got our pie crust in the pie dish.
In the pie dish. So now we'll just cut the extra dough. So we'll keep around 1 inch extra to crimp the crust. So just cut with the kitchen scissors.
And just a quick tease, for those of you who are watching, we're going to be having a little Halloween party and marking Sober October. Erica Boyle from Drink Dry Store is going to be with us with some alcohol-free treats for this Friday afternoon. So do make sure you stay with us for that. So Erica is standing by. But in the meantime, you can head over to Drink Dry on Instagram and the store online as well to see, have a bit of a sneak peek. So you're cutting off the excess of the crust there, Hina, and
yes.
And it's not a problem if you need to kind of patch anything that's a bit thin or it tears or anything.
If you feel that, there is a big patch of butter, small patches is fine, then you can just, put some extra pie crust on top so that it does not have too big gap.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's fine.
And in terms of, are we going for rustic or are we going for like French pastry perfection today on the scale?
No, it's a rustic.
Autumnal, homely
Yes, homely,
pie.
because this is a homegrown business, so that's how we.
That's how we roll.
But we are coming up with a lot of fusion desserts also now, like with Arabic, the Middle Eastern, flavors. Like our kunafa cheesecake pie comes
wow.
in during Ramadan time, and it is also very popular for the Ramadan season.
That sounds delicious.
Yes. So we keep on experimenting. For example, our cheesecake pies are there. So it has a pie crust, a cheesecake layer. So it's also a fusion of cheesecake
What's not to like? Where Erica is coming in. In fact, come on in, Erica. She's brought some goodies. We're coming back to radio in 30 seconds. Hina, is there anything that you need to do?
So I have just folded the extra crust underneath, and then I just crimped. So there is no hard and fast rule. You can crimp the edges any way you want.
Okay.
You can just use a simple fork if anything.
We're
is
back on the
too
radio
tricky.
in 10 seconds. So I am very. Are some of these cold?
Yes.
Can we? Are we going to get some glasses as well? Let's see. Because
We can definitely try, for sure.
let's do it. Okay, we're coming back to Dubai I-103 point. This is so beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm so happy right now because on one side of me, I've got a very talented baker who is crimping a pumpkin pie crust ready to go into the oven. And on my left, we've been joined by the fantastic Erica from Drink Dry Store, who's got a basket full of drinks.
I know.
We're having a Halloween party. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm really excited actually to talk to you about, well, Sober October, but
Yeah.
for so many people, alcohol-free is a year-round or
Exactly.
lifelong choice. And what you've done so brilliantly with Drink Dry in terms of in-store here at Spinneys, on the online platform as well, is offering up choices to people who just don't want to have a diet soda instead of a night out. So my husband is a huge fan. Actually,
I've
we
got
can
his
show you.
favourite.
This is his favourite. My husband hasn't drunk alcohol in a very long time, about 5 years. And his favourite is the Bière des Amis, which they now sell in Spinneys. So my love language to him is whenever I go to Spinneys, I'll buy him a few of those and put them in the fridge. Tell us the origin story of Drink Dry Store, because it's been how many years now?
Well, it's been 4.5 years, and I loved in your description what you're saying about Drink Dry. It's all about offering people choice in different taste profiles, in different dietary requirements. We have a lot of products that have no sugar, but the reality was I moved to the region 6 years ago, and I really felt a lack of beautiful, good quality, alcohol-free, great beverages, malt drinks. And I decided to go on this mission to set it up. And I had this instinct feeling that there was definitely a much bigger demand for it than people assumed it was. And we started as UAE's first and only non-alcoholic drinks marketplace. So went online directly to the consumer 4.5 years ago through drinkdrystore.com.
What was the range like back then, and how has it changed?
This is what I bought. So it started with Bière des Amis,
Which is from Belgium?
It's Belgium. It's a Belgian blonde beer, and it's probably one of those products where people know and recognize as one of the classics from Drink Dry Store.
Mm-hmm.
And Vincennes Prestige, to this day, my absolute favorite sparkling.
Should we pop a little bit of alcohol-free bubbly?
Yeah, we can do, 100%.
I can never open.
I'll do my best while
Okay.
I talk.
It's all right.
okay?
It's just
I'm
people
trying-
watching and listening, Erica. Don't worry about it. Let me see if I can get some glasses. See if I can see some over in the corner.
So what I brought for you today is my favorite selection, because one of the things that when I started Drink Dry Store, I always felt that we have to be authentic and honest, and we can't list anything that I personally
wouldn't enjoy.
And this has always been like the step number one.
Woo!
There we go.
Now it's a Halloween party. Thank you. We've got some glasses here. So I think that's absolutely right. So you're curating it. You're living this lifestyle, and it has to be a heartfelt recommendation that this is something I would bring to someone's home or something I would relax with in the evening. And I think unfortunately some brands have the intention but the taste isn't there, and I've had this before and it is really delicious. And I can introduce you some alcohol-free bubbles.
Yeah.
So this is 100% Chardonnay grape. It's dry and crisp.
Happy Friday.
It has 14 calories per 100 ml.
Wow.
That's great. That's all it's got. It's got no added sugar to it.
Well, it's interesting because I was out with producer Jen last night. She'd had a couple of alcohol-free glasses of wine and said that the sugar content felt really high, that it had interrupted with her sleep. So I was like, isn't that interesting?
So one of the things that we always try and do with Drink Dry Store and also with Spinneys range is we make sure that we're not bringing anything, when we talked about choice, we're actually bringing products that are better for the consumer. So if they don't want to drink a sugary mocktail or a soda, we actually give them something. So,
and it feels grown up.
yes.
I think that's...
How great is this?
This is really, really delicious. It's quite dry. Really lovely. Now, during my pregnancy, I had quite a few of these as well.
These are brilliant. So what I brought some different selections, different formats.
Do you know, you lead the way. What would you want to highlight next? What else is
So I brought something that's super fresh. We've just launched this 2 days ago on Drink Dry Store, Guinness 0.0.
My dad in the UK is obsessed with this. He thinks it's absolutely fantastic. He's even got one of the Guinness machines at home that he uses for the alcohol-free Guinness.
Some crazy stats. On the first day that we launched it, our conversion rate online went up by 480%. Our sales increased by 1,200%. And the traffic to our website increased by 170%. It was the biggest sales day we've ever had. And only using Drink Dry's, organic social media, emails and stuff like that.
Wow. So
Incredible.
It's here. It's in the region. Guinness Draft 0.0 alcohol-free stout.
Yeah.
And this is being served in establishments around the UAE as well. I think Irish Village has this. It's in store as well. But I know you had a big sales day when Corona Zero was launched as well.
We did. So this has been in the region for about a year, and it's been one of the best sellers with Spinneys, and naturally Spinneys and Waitrose being our key retail partner, we always give a lot of different products exclusively to them. So Corona Zero started life with them exclusively. Do you recognise this from the UK? It's a beautiful British brand called Warner's non-alcoholic botanical spirits.
For those of you who are listening rather than watching, by the way, the bottle is gorgeous.
It is.
It is absolutely stunning. It almost looks like a hand painted. As you can hear, Hina is putting in some those dried chickpeas.
Yes, because we did not have pipes on hand, so we are using. You can use any uncooked grain.
This is just to kind of
It's
weigh it down.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is a kind of a gin alternative. It's juniper based. And then obviously we've got loads of mixers and things downstairs as well.
And it's exclusively with Spinneys as well.
So there's two though. We've got one with a blue label and one with a pink label. Ooh, pink berry.
Delicious.
And then a juniper double dry.
It's got no added sugar.
Gosh.
So whatever calorie content is absolutely minimal. And if you are conscious about the mixes that you use with it, you can really have something probably below 50 calories. Then we've got beautiful non-alcoholic, ready to drink, kind of juniper botanical spirit with tonic already. Perfect for camping. I know you camp a lot. Or, different formats for different occasions. Really easy grab and go. And these are absolute little.
Okay, so Erica is holding the non-alcoholic wine, the great beverage. So I was in Spinneys about, I don't know, maybe a month ago. Now, we call it Spinneys tapas when you go to the supermarket and I'm like, all right, kids, go wild. And they're like, have a grape here, have a strawberry here. My daughter's having the lamb chop, and making friends. I'm like, okay, you've had three, just, And they were doing samples of the non-alcoholic wine. Yeah. So I actually bought quite a few of the red and I have it at home. It's really delicious. I haven't tried this, the pink yet.
So this is a brand that is sold in over 100 countries, probably one of the biggest great beverage brand globally, and it's exclusively here with Spinneys. We've got 3 different varieties, and I think I just wanted to bring your selection for everybody to hear and see if they're watching, that we try and bring choice in every single way, not just here's an alcohol-free alternative, but actually whatever is your choice of tipple, you can enjoy it.
Erica, thank you so much for bringing this gorgeous selection. It is in stores. I might steal a beer dozen me from Mr. Farmer and maybe the Guinness as well. I think you're doing amazing work with promoting an alcohol-free lifestyle and offering that choice and making life easier for people that don't drink alcohol for a myriad of reasons. And who don't just want to be going out and having an orange juice, whether that's at home or in a restaurant. So thank you so much. Congratulations on the continued success. And keeping no, I'm not going to. We'll see you online. But yeah, Drink Dry Store. To find out more, Erica, thank you so much. Hina, staying with us through until the end of our Farmer's Kitchen Live, because we have got a pie to finish. We are going to be heading over now, though, for those of you listening on Dubai I-103.8. Find what's happening on our roads with Jen. So Hina,
Yes.
Nice to have a little alcohol-free bubbles on a Friday afternoon. So our crust is in the oven, is that right?
Yes. So we put baking beans inside with a parchment paper, and now it's blind baking. After 10 minutes, we'll take it out and then remove the beans, and for 5 minutes again.
So let's do our filling then, because
Yes.
those who are with us on YouTube to see exactly how we make this filling. So we should say before coming here to Spinneys, you'd already roasted up those gorgeous honey pumpkins.
Yes. So you just cut in 4 pieces or half, even cut in half, wash it, cut in half, and then put it in the oven for like 50 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. So when it's soft, you just take it out, remove the peel, and use your food processor to blend it.
And this is what we get.
Yes.
Let me find a camera to show this to. It smells delicious,
Very
actually.
good pumpkin to be used, yeah.
Just a quick heads up, those of you who are watching, you can comment on our YouTube channel and 4001 your favourite Halloween snack. Ooh, Ira saying caramel apple popcorn. I don't know how you'd make that, but I want to eat it. And for Finella, it's dark chocolate wedges, the orange flavour. Oh, yeah. I'm getting hungry, which is great because we're going to have a pie in a few minutes.
Yes,
that's perfect.
for sure.
So if you do tell us in the comments what your favourite Halloween or autumn treat is, you could be winning all the ingredients from Spinneys to make this pumpkin pie, but also we're throwing in some of the Halloween cookie kits as well. I'm going to steal some of Neil Gibson's decorative gourds and put them in the hamper as well. So well worth telling us that favourite Halloween snack. So we've got our pumpkin. What else have we got for our filling here?
Yes.
Hina?
So we have a pumpkin puree, 1.5 cup. Then we have 170 gram of cream cheese. We have heavy cream here, salt, sugar, and very important pumpkin spice.
So I just want to be clear in my head on this. So our crust is going to be warm, but our filling is going to be cold. We're not going to be putting it back in the oven with the filling, or are we?
We'll be using all because we have
a ready-made.
crust,
Okay, perfect. So do you need the mixer, or are we going to?
I think we'll need the mixer.
What attachment do you need?
Same paddle attachment. We'll need a paddle attachment.
Do you want me to give this a wash for you?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. While I'm doing that, if you wouldn't mind just telling our lovely viewers of everything else that's going into our filling.
So since pumpkin pie is a custard filling, eggs for sure. And then we'll use pumpkin spice.
And just remind us what's in the pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice has ginger powder. It's entirely up to you, whatever spice you like. If you don't have any allergies, you can add nutmeg. But as a business, we do not add nutmeg because of this nut allergies.
Okay, I've done my best for you there.
Yeah, I need.
I'll try and keep the kitchen a bit tidier. Right, there you go.
Yes, so we'll heat up our cream cheese.
And does it matter if it's low fat or full fat?
This is full fat.
Good.
So yes, the creaminess and it will give you the full fat cream cheese. It has no. So yeah, it's a very good treat.
Sounds absolutely delicious. So we've got cream cheese, we've got some Spinneys organic free-range eggs as well. And we're going to use your
So
pre-made.
We'll just first whip up our cream cheese and then we add the pumpkin puree.
Okay. What can I pass you?
Yeah, pumpkin.
The pumpkin next?
Yes. So first we'll beat pumpkin and cheese together.
And we are going to be decorating that finished product soon as well. So once we've got our mix, we'll get it into our pie crust, and then you can show us your decorating skills. Which I have none, but we have pre-prepared some melted chocolate. Oh, and something else in there as well. We're going to be back on the radio in just a couple of minutes' time. So in our mixer there, we've got our roasted pumpkin puree. We've got the cream cheese. Can I pass you anything else?
We'll just first, and then we'll add eggs.
Eggs?
Yeah.
How many eggs?
2 eggs.
2.
Better at room temperature because it's a custard filling. So everything room temperature is preferable.
Okay, makes sense. This looks absolutely lovely. I think it's so vibrant. What a lovely gift to bring to someone's home over the holidays.
Yes, it makes a very good.
Do you have people doing that a lot?
Yes, we have a mini pumpkin, mini 9-pack minis. So this is makes a very good hostess gift. So if you're going over to someone's at Thanksgiving or Halloween, this is a very good gift.
I'm going to have a quick look on our YouTube. I've got some pie crust on my laptop.
So we are cracking 2 eggs.
Ooh, toffee apples. That sounds pretty delicious.
Let me do it here.
So do get in touch, guys. In our YouTube comments, tell us your favorite Halloween treat. And we have got a hamper full of pumpkins. We've got some baking products as well, some chocolate too. And all of that could be yours. Plus
now
some of the gorgeous Spinneys products. So that we've just put in our
Eggs.
The eggs are in there.
Yeah. So once they are mixed in, then we'll add sugar, salt, and pumpkin spice.
Is that caster sugar or granulated?
It's caster sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, no need to use.
Have you already added in your spice?
No, not yet.
We're just coming back on air right now. So we're going to decorate and get that done because we've only got a couple of minutes. Are we able to decorate?
Sure.
Perfect.
Item. So we are using one.
We are just adding our pumpkin spice mix to a beautiful filling. Helen Farmer Wiki with Hina from FirstCrust, and we're making a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin pie. Keep your messages coming in on 4001 on the WhatsApp. And of course the Play app, as well as the YouTube comments, and you could be winning all of the ingredients to make this pie. Plus, I've also stolen away some of these lovely sweet treats, the Halloween cookie kit from Spinneys. We've had messages coming in with photos as well. So thank you to Julie, who sent in pictures of her kids loving the Spinneys cookie decoration. So you guys are in the draw to win that. So in our mixer, we've got our beautiful roasted pumpkins. We've got some cream cheese. We've got eggs, sugar, the spices going in. We haven't added the cream just yet. All of that is going to go into our pie crust. And then I think it's time to maybe get a spooky face on it. What do you think?
For sure. So we are making a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So we'll decorate it with chocolate.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to do it pretty quickly. I'm worried we're gonna have to get the headlines in a minute. So do keep those messages coming in. And for those of you listening, lots coming up on the show. We're going to be talking about Diwali. We're also going to be marking sustainability. So somewhere to go over the weekend, and also a product that's available right here in Spinneys that's using ugly fruit and vegetables. So if you're looking for something that's convenient and doing a bit of good for the planet, you are in the right place. So Hina, that is looking and smelling absolutely delicious.
So we
have you over the crust?
Our pumpkin filling. So we'll just add it to the crust and start baking.
That sounds amazing. Right, let's get this big bowl out of the way. I'm so glad that so many people are with us today, tuning in on air and on the YouTube channel too. That pumpkin crust has puffed up absolutely beautifully. Talking before about the importance of texture.
So this is where blind baking the pie is very important with the pie weights so that it doesn't come up. So. And can you see the silky texture? It only comes with the whole fat.
You don't get the good texture with the low fat.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. And then we've got some chocolate for decoration as well. Yes. And what's this?
This is whipped cream, just to add.
I think we might need some scissors, or maybe we can get a knife to cut off the very end of that.
So we'll put this in the oven.
Yep.
At 180 for 30 minutes because the crust is already baked.
Okay,
so it will just take 30 minutes too.
So do we have anything we can decorate by the power of radio and YouTube? And I'm going to definitely leave this for you to do. That looks absolutely gorgeous. So this is browned so nicely around the edges. Super. I mean, that is like a picture perfect pie.
Thank you.
It really is.
So now we'll just take our chocolate in the piping bag.
Okay, that's open for you. There we go. Kids would love to do this as well. I'm definitely going to take some of these Halloween cookie kits home for the kids. we're going to a Halloween party tonight. I'm going dressed as the Mona Lisa. I'll show you.
Oh, wow.
I'll show you when we're finished doing the broadcast. But the main aim is to
How
mortify my
interesting.
children. So we're doing. Oh my goodness! You said you weren't any good at decorating. Look at this. So piping
Yeah,
on
I do
eyes,
not.
nose, and
Someone
mouth.
calls me a chef, and I give a little laugh inside because
Do
I
you
was
don't-
not trained as a chef.
So you don't consider yourself to be a chef?
Like, I don't know. I'm not trained as a chef, so
So that's an interesting
It's
distinction,
just-
actually. What makes someone a chef? So would you feel more comfortable being called a baker or a cook? Not even that.
no, baker for sure.
Good. You need
Baker
to
for
own
sure.
these talents.
I love cooking. I love cooking also, but baking is something, I really love.
This looks amazing. And just a quick reminder, you can order online at FirstCrust. And,
Crust.com, yeah.
we said it earlier on YouTube, but let's say it again for people listening today. You're delivering all over the UAE.
Yes.
Obviously, it's pie season. So pumpkin pie, the minis, apple crumble, apple pies, pecan pie, one of your biggest sellers. And of course, just a beautiful gift as well. And within a couple of hours for delivery in Dubai and a bit longer around
Yes.
the UAE. Do you think I'm be able to have a quick slice of this before we head to the headlines? I think we probably should. Otherwise, my tummy's starting to rumble a little bit. Let's see if we can get a nice big knife. Sorry, Hina, I'm just going to squeeze past you here. This looks great. Oh my goodness! Right, let's show our cameras our finished jack-o'-lantern pie. And we're doing some. What's the cream? Oh, you've done the little pumpkin stalk. Oh, that's
And then
gorgeous.
we'll put this as a...
Oh my! Right, guys, you have to come and watch this on YouTube. We will take a photo and put it on our Instagram stories as well. Hina, you should be very, very proud of this. Look at that! Oh my goodness, gorgeous! Thank you so much. Glamorous assistant Zina's passing me a plate as if by magic. And let's have a slice. Is there a knife that you would... Is that one okay?
Yeah.
And I'll grab a fork because I cannot leave this untasted. I think we're going to have a very happy crew. I can see them all hanging around wanting a slice of pie. Thank you, Hina, so much for being with us today. It's been a real pleasure to hear about your own personal journey, just how well the business is going. I think it's wonderful to support homegrown, at all times. It's a big part of what we do here on Farmer's Kitchen. And I am going to go and have a little taste of this. Oh, look at this. Right, getting some chocolate, getting some crust. Oh, do you know what? The spice is just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
Thank you.
Hina from FirstCrust, being our guest with us this afternoon. I'm Helen, farmer, heading over now for another 2 hours of Farmer's Kitchen on Dubai I-103.8. And to all of you watching on YouTube, thank you and goodbye. We'll see you. Crew, it's time to eat. I'm taking some pie back over to the table.
For sure. I don't want it
That
to
looks
burn.
amazing. And thank you so much.